So that's still a pretty big deal.
I love how he goes from being a player to like, well, let me try casting. Let me try coaching.
He probably just hated all of us.
He's going to be a water boy next. Yeah, he's probably. No, he definitely, I think, got a taste of what the casting life's like and was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep, you guys get to play one game during the day, and we get to sit there and ream our voices for 13 hours. It's a good time. They're both difficult jobs. I'm just putting it at
Absolutely.
that. So Clubhouse and Bank, the first two bans, obviously Consulate and Cafe locked out. This looks like we might be going down to a coastline here.
Definitely possible here.
It's going to coastline removed, which means we're going to border. So
not often played.
No, it's I mean, it's because, let's be completely honest, border is a pretty boring map now.
It's a little
the same thing over and over again. It's been played out.
Yeah. Interesting thing is both teams in their play of this map was against DZ. The first one was when Luminosity just destroyed Dark Zero.
Wow.
We were just having a rough day of it.
That is close.
That is, even closer than the early one, because Rogue, this should actually be like 20% for Rogue right now in terms of draws.
Yeah, again, like I said that was one of the highest draw percentages I've seen in a while. Last time, this is also an extremely high draw percentage,
and not
as opposed to SSG like last season, where every game was a tie and their tie percentages were like 30%.
Yeah, but also it's like not even just the draw percentage. The other two percentages were like 2% off from each other. So that is, people really can't decide who's going to win this.
You guys want a close one, which I really do feel like it is going to be close, especially with that pickup for Luminosity of A Factor. Well, we got to get it figured out, don't we, Emzo? It's Border, it's Luminosity, and it's Rogue. We're going to have to see if Luminosity can possibly stay in the limelight. Can they possibly make these playoffs? We don't know. And you guys might be asking why they're asking if they want to go get fried Oreos after. It's because Luminosity is now based inside of Vegas as well as Rec, as well as Rogue.
3 teams in Vegas. Vegas is the hot place to be. Of course, when USN is popping too, I think I have a feeling all 3 of those teams might even be in USN and just get to play on their home turf.
I believe they are.
So that's pretty popping right there.
So Rogue's already in. Reciprocity's in. Luminosity is now in close qualifiers. So we could have all of the teams that don't even have to take a flight in order to go play.
I love that we don't even have any other place where there's 2 teams in the same spot, but you got 3 in Vegas.
Yeah, 3 of them. Well, we're going to have Capitown and Nomad banned out.
Nomad, pretty common ban.
Yeah, for this map. Pretty common ban, especially just because of how small the map is.
Just the way the rotations are.
Yeah, you can really shut down
2 floors.
Mirror going to be banned out next. Again, another rudimentary ban for this map, and one that we see in almost every single region. So
yeah, especially this map. This was like the first Mira map. So
yeah, and Echo's going to get banned out last, as everyone already knows. Yokais are annoying. We don't want to play with those.
Yokai, you'll go away. It's definitely not something that gets played often, but hey, when it's available, just like Capitao, got to use it. So in this case, just going to be more of the usual being used. Capitao being banned as well as. That does mean we could, if they want to go for more roam control, that we could see the Gridlock, we could see the Lion, Dokkaebi, things like that to try and deal with those. But Factor, are you really going to bring the Monty? There's a Jackal.
Maybe a 6-pick here, just so they can't 6-pick to a Legion.
Maybe it's actually 6-pick. Yeah. Why you don't want to expose the Monty? That's why I thought that was a little weird. No, he's locking Frost. It in. Jackal, no, Zofia hasn't. Yeah, the Frost is maybe he was thinking the Monty was going to come out. Frost is a good counter for Monty.
I like the pickup.
Yeah, we'll see. Frost not often played.
Yeah, a little bit of a random pick just to throw him off.
It's first round. Throw it out there.
Just a quick wrap up between these 2 teams. If you guys haven't been watching Pro League very recently, Luminosity had that recent addition of A Factor that we talked about earlier on. Pixel vacated the premises on September 23rd. A Factor took his place. And ever since they've been playing with Factor, the workloads seem a lot more spread. Emzo, they've seen. We haven't seen the Rexen show, which is something we became very accustomed to early on. Which is Rexen playing well? Okay, awesome, they win.
We've seen
not playing well, okay, they lose.
We've seen Hyena just showing up sometimes like crazy.
But it's been a lot more, it's been spread a lot more even, which has been working for them obviously a lot better. Rogue, on the other hand, though, they've been trending downwards. Their recent games were up against Susquehanna, which they lost 7-5, or 7-5, obviously Susquehanna winning that. They tied Evil Geniuses, then they lost to Rec 7-4. But most recently, they did end up winning DreamHack Valencia with the exact same roster. So they have this skill. Yeah. It's just that they haven't really been able to show it in their online play.
They've definitely had somewhat mixed in terms of who's been showing up too as well. So it's like they also have spread it out a little bit for the most part, but a lot of it does seem to fall on Slash, for example, who is by far probably one of the most flexible players. We see him play like almost every operator, it seems, and he's even the one to go to Frost here. Eclipse, though, with the opening kill onto the Buck, very important early kill. That's definitely going to help things out here and make sure that, for example, they're able to defend Armory Wall a little bit better if they were even bothering.
Oh, wow, what an angle.
That's where he got him from, going into detention.
You're going to be seeing that in a video pretty soon.
No, I like that because just people think they can just go into jail if it's uncontested. No one plays that like that. That is Well played by Eclipse there.
I'm going to assume that that was found out after that Valkyrie cam that you guys saw behind the little
behind the vent, yeah,
monitors. Yes, behind the vent. I'm going to assume somebody broke that open and was like, wait, this works both ways. Angles work both ways. We can actually see detention from here.
I saw Rexon actually playing earlier and was trying to find that one on vent, and it was in a different spot. He only found it because he looked at the Jackal footprints on the floor, saw where the footprints went to, and then found the camera.
Very nice.
Funny.
Very nice.
He's not the one on Jackal this time. Thomas is, though. And he finds one and lays him down.
Yeah, easily just rotates directly to Thomas's bullets, so that's a pretty easy pick'em for him. So early frag onto Easily, no more Nitro Cell, but the pet's still going to be in play for the defense. Slashug, though, has rotated out of the console, or excuse me, the security area over where we saw Eclipse playing and got that earlier shot. I believe he's still going to be holding that down, though. This seems to be kind of an office take for Luminosity right now, as they are poised on the east side of the map, and everyone seems to be a little everywhere right now. Vertical is downstairs as well now, and Thomas could definitely find his footprints. He already has, actually, so this is going to be his second charge, as we already see Vertical hightailing it upstairs, which is exactly what he needs to do, because when you're getting Inox tracked, it's not a good situation for you to stay anywhere you want to be. Nope. Rexon's going to get fragged out upstairs as well, so very slow round, but the frags are coming through on a drip. Yeah,
just trickle. And, you know, despite him with the frost pick, even if the mats get no one, he got one kill with the SMG, so still totally worth it. But that's Slash. That's to be expected. He is a beast.
Very stagnant take here from Luminosity on the eastern side. Once again, still have Doodle and Thomas poised outside. Hyena on the AC window. So this could be a plant we don't see too often. That's exactly what it's going to be. Doodle dons the
Shuttle.
Western corner here. Shuttle. Does he even know the plant's going off? They have a Valkyrie camera. Nitro Cell comes in. It'll take down Doodle. Thomas has to rotate in now. Vertical claim the second life as well as Hyena will falter off. Thomas now all alone. Has to win them all out. But no, it's going to be all for naught as a quick rotation into Fountain. Eclipse claims the frag. And Rogue has round number 1.
I like that, I mean, Shuttle, I don't know if he was on his cam looking or if he was just like, I'm going to hold this for the breach wall and just make sure they can't come through that, or?
To be completely honest, it looked like Luminosity just had no idea how they wanted to take border. They just stood there like, hey, we got a wall open on the office.
Let's just take Archives?
Guess we're going to rush Archives?
All right. We got smokes. That's all we need.
I mean, that's all we need, yeah.
Look, if you got smokes in the room, you can plant wherever you want, right? No contest.
Yeah. Didn't end up working out for him, though. They're going to move Thomas over to IQ, which I definitely like the 6th pick in this case because they had quite a bit of difficulties with utility.
Though, I mean, as far as who's switching, he was getting good use off the Jackal.
He got 1 kill off of it.
But he was also doing some of the tracking and putting pressure on some of the other players.
Exactly. Like, Vertical could have remained downstairs. Like, I agree that they had a lot of usage with the Jackal, but I feel like IQ is going to help them out a lot more just with utility
he got 2 kills that round.
Yeah, he did. He got the kill onto Easily downstairs, and then I want to say he also killed Slash, I believe.
Is it? Maybe
either Slash or Shuttle. It was one of those.
Unfortunately, I don't think we saw anyone.
It was a very slow round.
Yeah.
So it was more a lot of just trying to figure out the prognosis of what was going on the offense because it was just slow and steady, and it definitely did not win the race.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you know, sometimes the first round is the warm-up. Factor out of losing a drone, not a good start for him, though.
Look, I just want to see Thomas get excited about winning games again.
Oh, he can get hyped. That man, I don't know why he wasn't the one being interviewed. He wanted to be clearly.
He's just walking around yelling. I love it.
That's what he does normally, though. That's his day-to-day. You gonna get them fried Oreos.
Now you can reach across and smack your teammate when they do something wrong, too, because you're in the same house.
And if you get mad, Rogue can just walk over there and just be like, yo, shut up, Thomas.
Yeah, exactly. Quick Valkyrie cam going to get dispersed as Thomas will mark it out, so Rexon can get that once he repels. And I don't exactly know why Thomas hopped off of the balcony when he's...
You get it, Rexon.
Yeah. This is not my job. I'll tell you where it is.
Yeah.
Not it.
I'll spot it.
Well, they are going to have complete pressure on East Stairs, but a quick kill from Vertical onto Factor. That's actually going to be a massive pick as well. That's the Buck. And
second time.
Wow, what a shot. That's all the way inside of offices, actually.
He's got the NS.
Wow, that's insane. Vertical just a quick peek out of Fountain, able to claim that life. And Factor doesn't even really know what hit him. No more skeleton key, no more frag grenades.
To be fair, he lost the drone early during the droning phase, and maybe he just didn't have enough intel to be able to play off that, but that was a long angle, as he said. And Vertical, if anyone's going to hit those, it's going to be Vert. He's pretty nutty. Definitely one of the strongest fraggers on the team here. Doing some work. One of the most consistent as well. They are going to get office control here to an extent, but push back through the soft wall. Comes out from Easily, not the first one to die this time, but Hyena does pick off Vertical, so sort of even-ish trade. Yep. Still, though, man advantage, though, for Rogue at the moment. They're looking like they're rotating around the map as much as they want, because no Nomad.
Yeah, they could always bring the gridlock to try and prevent that as well, but it hasn't been picked up just yet. Rexing quite a bit of damage dealt to him. Hyena and Doodle still alive as well. They have the diffuser on hand, but absolutely no map pressure. They have the top floor, but they had to lose 2 people and, well, half of a person in the process, and Hyena will quickly falter as well, as easily uses a Nitro Cell to get rid of him. Rexing with a trade, though, as Slash soon falters off. It's going to be the smoke, so plant now possible, but they still have to worry about 2 other people trying to battle towards them, and
with
only one person holding the angle.
Likely.
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, they have 3 alive, but the 2 you really want to worry about are the 2 people with Nitro Cells. Easily, obviously, already using the 1, so we only have to worry about 1.
Eclipse is a bit far offside as well, so he's not in a great position to deny with that. But if he's not being droned out, Doodle's droning Passport at the moment.
He's already rotated back upstairs as well. This is a huge power play. He has the top pressure, and they believe he's already faltered off as well. The wall's going to get opened up. He now has a free kill, just lining it up.
There you go.
Free kill onto Rex, and it's all left up to Doodle. Doodle now just pressuring site because that's all he can do. He can just possibly wait upstairs. Is he going to get the kill? No. He's going to get a lot of damage in the process, though. Tries to pre-fire, peeks back towards the hatch. That's going to be a free kill. No, it was actually Eclipse rushing up Metal Hallway instead, able to claim that kill, and Rogue now with 2 rounds.
Whoa, it was the wall bang even on top of that. Rogue looking pretty good here. Luminosity, as you said, looking a little bit flustered, a little bit lost. Their droning doesn't seem very tight.
Put together.
No, the communication's not there. Mozzie being in play isn't helping them at all because there are a lot more choke points on a 2-floor map.
This is a very young team, though. You don't have a single veteran on this squad.
No, Young's on EG.
Yeah. I hate you sometimes, I swear to God.
That's why you didn't cast with me before this, huh?
You were like, I don't have to avoid you like the plague.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get caught with the dad joke.
Well, we were always at the lands together, and the plague was definitely what I seemed to catch.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. You and the land flu do not mix well together.
It's definitely the land plague.
You're usually patient 0 as well. As soon as you're like, yeah, my voice is scratchy.
Hey, Flynn gave it to me that last time.
I just blame Flynn for anything that happens in my life.
Oh, yeah, same.
Anything.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Flynn is a plague on my life. That's how I see it.
Now he's a plague in Challenger League, so they could deal with that.
He hits one good shot on border and everybody loses their mind.
Yeah, he pounds the desk.
He's the best caster to ever play the video game. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know what that desk did to him, by the way. I don't know.
No,
he physically assaulted that desk.
I would get a lawyer for sure.
Honestly. All right, well, we are going to have a tertiary site now for Rogue, and they're going to choose customs.
Yeah.
There's not really a good tertiary site on this map at all. Yeah. You either go customs or you go tellers, and either one.
For NA, it's mostly customs.
Yeah, you either, and when it does get to this point, Emzo, you more or less mark it down as a loss.
Hey, you're like, fine.
Yeah, like, it's okay.
We'll slug it out.
The other two. Yeah. Like, if you get lucky and you win one, you're like, okay, great, this is awesome.
Honestly, the way that LG have been playing, though, I wouldn't be surprised if Rogue would win this round.
Yeah, they've seemed very, very lost, and the early picks seem to always trend towards Rogue.
Well, we're seeing a lot of flexibility out of Rogue, too. You see them just trucking around the map, kind of doing whatever they want, and I think that's working.
Has been doing whatever he wants, and we haven't seen that kind of easily in a very long time.
I've been impressed lately with Easley's play. I think the second half of the season, he's really stepped things up, and it's impressed me a lot because he was really struggling in that first half, and sometimes he's top fragging. He's just running around the map doing his thing. Whatever they've changed up, it seems to work. It seems to have worked, and props to Easley for that. It's definitely not an easy thing to change up.
Rexon's not going to be too happy about that.
Nope.
It's quite a bit of damage dealt to him from that skeleton key.
He's going to have to lean the opposite way of whichever way he's tilted now.
Well, no top pressure this time around. The only thing that they're going to be holding down is going to be horseshoe or monitors inside of CCTV as well as break room, and that's all you really need to hold down on this site. Eclipse is going to be playing a punch hole, though. He's going to be able to claim a kill. Oh. Yes, he will. He's playing the proper operator for the job. He's going to be playing Jaeger with that 416C. Great body shot damage, and definitely showing how prominent that weapon is in that engagement.
If you can control the recoil, you're a death machine. And Rexon with already his half health as well could be the next victim because it's 5 versus 4 and huge advantage here. Eclipse pushing his luck, but you know what? Luck's still on his side here. And they are going to be concentrated on that as the C4 comes out. Factor, the next to fall. And as I said, Rexon's still at half health, so this is going very favored here. Eclipse might have a fight here with Hyena soon. Doodle's going to drone it for him. Eclipse jumps out at the wrong time, and Hyena was ready for the violence once the drone was spotted, so no surprise there, but this is still hugely favoring Rogue, although Slash taking some damage isn't the best, but he has 3 armor, so he could take a bit more punishment than some of the others.
The biggest pick is that Factor has actually faltered off. Since he's dead, they really can't get too much soft destruction upstairs, which this site is highly affected by. The only person that they have is Zofia with her lifelines, but she doesn't have any more impacts.
Nope.
So the only thing you can really do is either Thermite open a flooring, have Thatcher have breaching charges, or try and go for a horizontal take, which is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to have to try and force themselves through detention or jail. No more EMPs. Hyena has a Claymore as well. So there's no possible vertical pressure that they can try in place unless Rexon really just wants to try and shoot through the floor randomly.
Yeah, jail seems like an appropriate name because they're likely to get trapped in there pretty quickly. His shuttle gets one, but hey, a 2 even. Rexon at least with 1, but he's the last man standing and not standing for long. Gets into a fight here. Cannot win it just yet. Doesn't matter. Could try and get himself up for that 5 HP, but it's a futile effort. Easily. The man we were just talking about at the beginning of the round, there to close it out. Nicely done.
Yeah, Easily seems to be a whole different beast. I guess that advice that Pengu gave him about toggle aim is working out for him.
Yeah, I was just joking about that with someone that's the one thing I know he's changed is he switched to toggle aim because of Pengu.
The real thing is when you are going through a slump, sometimes it is worth to change things. Change your aspect ratio, change your sense a little bit.
Just to, like, it refreshes your
senses. Life back into you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know he's struggling with it a little bit in terms of getting used to it, but he's been doing it for a couple months, and I don't know if that's really the magic factor, but
it's so weird for me personally. Like, I cannot do it.
Yeah, I've been trying in other games to get used to it, and I feel like after seeing Easily switch and like his turnaround, I know it's probably not the reason, but it makes me want to try it. I couldn't play any worse.
Yeah, that's true.
There we go. I'm golden.
How's Copper doing?
I placed in gold. I'll stay there for a while. I don't play enough rank to rank down.
Very nice.
You want to carry me?
I placed Plat 3 on my... No, I placed Gold 1 on my main and Plat 3 on my Smurf.
There you go.
And now I'm Plat 1 on both of them, so I don't even technically have a Smurf. It's not even fair, man.
I don't even know which region I'm placed in at this point.
I just need to, like, dumpster one of my accounts so I can actually just have fun by myself.
Let me play it.
Sure.
I'll sandbag it straight to Copper.
You can have secured .bag. That is my Smurf's name, secured bag.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Quick report him.
Yeah. He's probably going to get mass reported now.
Yeah.
He's not even going to have these
toxicity.
Oh, no. I don't want to go that avenue.
Well, Thomas back on the Jackal.
And they needed it. As you said, that was really the only pressure that they were able to get early on in that first round. And they've already went through a full sight triangle on defense. And that's something we don't see too happen too often on Border, Emzo, is where people are able to complete that full sight triangle.
Very convincingly as well.
Yeah, there was never really any hope for the offense to win.
No. And that's what I was saying is it wasn't necessarily that just Rogue played it really well. Luminosity just looked lost. They just have not seemed like they've had an edge. I mean, you've got people like Rex really trying to put pressure on when he can, but they're just, the coordination isn't there or their map control isn't there, but it's not turning into a spearhead of pressure is what it is. And Rogue just able to run around, do whatever they want. Yes, Vertical did just get, picked up a bit of damage. Pre-fire there not working out. And now footsteps secure. They can continue to walk through the mud easily again, just doing whatever he wants. Another nice shot coming out here. Rogue, the king of nice shots in this match tonight. Looking pretty good here.
It's not working out for them. And honestly, it might be this change-up of pacing with Easily. I mean, he's been doing such a good job on this run game with Mozzie. We've already praised how much utility he brings to the table, and it's definitely showing right now. I mean, great SMG, has a secondary shotgun, nitro cell, 3 pested steel drones. The list goes on. He's a fantastic operator, and that's why we've seen his play percentage spike so much. Eclipse going to get actually quite a bit of damage dealt to him.
So greedy lately.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's working out for him.
Oh, he's look at
how Luminosity, the team that is so aggressive, look at how they're currently spaced right now.
They're cowering.
Everyone's outside.
Yeah. Slash again on the Frost as well. I forgot to mention that earlier, but it's, just keep them guessing, keep them busy. And the Frostbats did get a slight boost in HP, so thanks for highlighting that one there on the window. That's going to help Eclipse on a possible jump in, because of course if they jump in and they're aiming at their feet to shoot the Frostmat, Eclipse just pops them in the dome, and that's the end of them. So that does help defend things. A Doodle also downed and finished off by Easily again. He gets traded, but you know what? He's got 2 this round. He is golden. Factor, you didn't do enough to be able to stop that. Now you've lost your hard breach and your Jackal. Yeah, you've got a Thatcher and some soft breach, but that's not enough to make this happen. If Eclipse and Vertical could do well with their low health, and it's looking like it here. Factor just going to open the hole to punish himself to an extent, but as long as he gets Vertical, at least he got something out of that. 2 grenades left to try and put some pressure from below as well, but you're better off with your Skeleton Key at this point, because, he actually might hit this one. That's Shuttle, I believe. Nope, no damage done.
Not enough on the timer. Those are always so pesky, apparently, especially with your distance base on that for the fuse time. Slash takes down Rexen, which makes this even more difficult.
2 on Frost now.
Absolutely. Another shot all the way from break room with a 1x sight. What a shot by Slash. Factor out of the round. It's all left up to Hyena with only 10 seconds left. There's going to be 4 rounds in a row for Rogue. What is this defensive side right now?
I wonder what things are going to look like when we switch sides, but the way that Rogue are playing on defense, it's more of an offense.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. They will not allow any map pressure on this map at all.
If you take any part of the map and you don't hold it with good flank watch, it's not your part of the map anymore.
Nope. And they'll even kill you from underneath. We've seen that happen quite a few times as well. We've seen them rocking a lot of Nitro cells. They've been prioritizing utility. We've seen quite a few utility kills. They're going to bring out Lion and Jackal, something we haven't seen so long. A 6-pick, though, as I'm sure the other team was just like, okay, what is happening? We're actually going to have a 6-pick. Oh, my God, Emzo, look at this lineup. Pulse, Mozzie, Vigil, Jaeger, and Valkyrie. We don't need Anchor. We need answers. That's what they're going with. They want full octane, none of this 85. They just want full-on death. That's what they want.
This border map was meant to be a checkpoint, and it certainly has been for Rogue. It's like, you do not pass. Look at that. Easily up at 6, Eclipse at 5, Slash, all 3 of those with the Frost submachine gun.
Go straight to jail. Don't pass go.
Don't, just set yourself up in there. It's customs again. Just go make yourself comfortable in jail. Or no, that's not customs events. I just rotated the other way.
Yeah, this might get very, very dire for the offense here.
Rogue do not want to get relegated.
This is either going to go really well or really bad.
It's so far, you know what? I'm going to go with really well. This draw not looking likely from Rogue at the moment. Now, keep in mind, this is the team, meaning Luminosity, that stomped Dark Zero 7-1 on this map. So you know they can play this map.
Oh, absolutely.
And Rogue played Dark Zero on it, lost 3-7. So, in theory, it should be totally Luminosity's map.
But here's the thing. Luminosity has not played this very much. In the last 3 months, they've only had 13 rounds on offense.
And Rogue, you got to consider, they've been playing this since like year 1.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the other reason as to why you can read into it quite a lot. He's actually not even going to deal any damage to Slash either. Hyena just cannot find his targets today.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm saying they can read into them a lot is their play percentage for operators, 4 of them are at 100%. Thatcher, Thermite, Buck, and Zofia. So you can go back, watch it, and be like, hey, they literally play these operators all the time. They're just going to do this.
The only thing they're bringing new is the Jackal and the Twitch on the Rexen.
They had never played Twitch on this map before until this round.
No, Rexen was going for a comfort pick. That's really what it comes down to. Rexen's a good Twitch. He's going to be like, you know what? We just need to frag at this point. Me bringing Zofia or other utility. Utility doesn't matter. F2 is the only thing I need.
Hey, I mean, it's a crush weapon, but there's a reason it's a crush weapon. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially with an ACOG. You can play pixel angles and throw a hail of bullets at literally anyone that you set your sights on.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, just drone for Rexen. Let him go in with that. Let him do
Let the Rexen show come back.
Yeah, and so far they've got 1 kill on a vertical who is a strong fragger, but everyone's been pretty much showing up here on Rogue, so it doesn't seem to matter who you kill initially. At least he's going to use this drone to get some gadgetry taken out. It's not like when Rexen threw in 2 to mute jammers or whatever it was on Coastline that one time. That wasn't his best Twitch show.
No, it was not. And especially right now with the defensive lineup that they have, everyone's on comfortable picks, and they still have plenty of information to come in towards the defensive side because they have Pulse.
Yeah.
You can just read into whatever the offense is doing, and that's exactly what they're going to do. You see Eclipse over by Detention right now. Detention wall is also opened as well, so he could run out here if he really, really wants to.
I was going to say, that's the most static we've seen easily as well, but he's actually was just waiting for an opportunity. Somebody coming over to this door.
And more than likely have a camera outside as well as easily just waiting on that window. Oh, he's trying to from the bullets, and he will. He downs one. That's going to be Doodle actually down. A quick refrag, though. His Factor is able to confirm easily. Has control of Detention now, though. Frag grenade waiting, but it's going to be a nice peek. Will it find Slash? No, it will not. Not enough time on that fuse in order for that to go off in time to kill Slash. And again, even though they were able to kill easily, Doodle, quite a bit of damage dealt to him.
Yeah, he's
more
still
than likely,
diffuser.
Yeah, more than likely not going to be able to plant, but still plenty of map.
Oh, he's going to try.
2 teams getting stuck now with smokes down. Slash wins out 1 gunfight, but immediately gets down. That's going to make it a double kill for him. Stands up on the desk is Shuttle. He has a Nitro Cell. He's either going to sail it in or try and stand up. That's going to be the initial Nitro Cell, so some nice calls coming out from Eclipse, even in dire moments here. Not burning that utility too soon. Twitch drone, it seems like trying to kill him, but no, it's going to be a rotation up top. Rexen not aware. Slash down. It's all left up to Thomas. They have to try and stick this diffuser. They're going to get Slash up, and more than likely Slash is going to be on a suicide mission out this window to try and get this frag. Eclipse has to stick it, but no, he prioritizes trying to go for this diffuser. Eclipse going to stick it, has to try and prioritize the window. He can't find him though. Thomas claims 2. It's going to be all left up to Shuttle. He has to try and halt out this window, but it's going to be on timer, and Luminosity wins it.
Thomas just clutching that round from the just the unattackable position.
Hey, upside down rappel is always a power position, my man. Even in a 1 versus 3, it's so powerful.
It's the big brain play because all the blood goes to your head. That's what makes it work. Powers it.
Big thonk.
Yeah. Well, either way, finally a victory for LG, and really that's just due to negligence of the plant going down. Had the plant not got down, of course, that would have been a lot less pressure on Rogue, and they would have been able to find a lot of those picks in more favorable situations. It was nice, though, they were able to save Slash in terms of getting the Twitch drone before it could finish him. But just not being able to find Thomas. Honestly, at that point, they could have ran all 3 people out and they would have got him. It was that they did it one at a time, trying to defuse first and hoping to just cover it. They almost needed to just have a better ear for it. The thing that boggles my mind is they had a pulse, right? They could have looked for him and seen where he was at and then just pre-fired the entire time they're defusing.
That's what I'm saying. It was... Especially with how that diffuser went down. I mean, Shuttle's literally standing over in servers. He could have prevented that. I don't know if they just didn't have the intel, but it seemed like they did because the Nitro Cell soared in later and was able to kill him. So I don't know if it was just a bad call for utility usage, and Shuttle should have been the one to Nitro Cell him. But again, then you're just nitpicking.
Yeah, the problematic thing, of course, was that he was at such low health on the plant. All you would have had to do is just whiff one wallbang shot on him, and that would have been enough to down him. Yeah. But they just didn't know. Just like you said, lack of intel. They probably put a lot of their intel outside or other positions because, you know, Eclipse wasn't catching them on the heartbeat sensor. And so it was just a little bit of an intel failure. But, you know, hey, 4 rounds to 1. That's still, you're going to be pretty confident coming off of that here, especially on your last defensive round. This is going to still be more aggression, I imagine, as well. And just trying to make sure they don't get caught off guard on that B site the same way and could easily go Rogue's way again. As emphasis on easily.
Claymore getting set down outside, the exact same lineup for the defenders as well. So they feel like there was an error made by them personally that they don't need to change up, not that the offense did something out of whack. And I completely feel the same way. It was a 1v3 with only Thomas alive. He just won it because he was already on rappel. Yep. I'm honestly surprised that we didn't see Eclipse run over to AC window and hop out.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to. I don't know, it's just... Well, either way.
He was already upstairs. That's the thing that's really just boggling me, is that they didn't assume that somebody was going to be on upside down rappel there. But again, we're just nitpicking at this point. Still an upstairs hold, not an upside down hold.
That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that would be very interesting, wouldn't it? But still an upstairs hold for Rogue. A Slash will be upstairs.
Oh, he missed that drone.
He is going to get Twitch drone, so obviously going to get read out and realizes that he's probably in very dangerous waters, so continues to run away towards offices where Vertical is currently sitting. He does have that ERC-7 backpack, but he hasn't used it just yet. He is in very dangerous territory. He's immediately going to lose his head. Vertical, though, it is going to be a refrag, so going to be equal nonetheless, and that's a massive pick. That's the thermite off the board.
That was totally worth it, because he was going to get tracked by either the Jackal or the IQ anyways. Getting with a pick on the hard breacher, absolutely worth it for him right
And that's all on Doodle as well. You should be playing a lot safer with that utility.
You should be sprung on.
Yeah, you got caught.
Yeah, Hyena and Eclipse also somehow have taken a bit of damage in a tussle as well, so a little bit of attempts to pick each other off here, but that seems to have slowed Rogue down, and Shuttle taking a bit of damage there in Customs, Thomas as well, so just back and forth, people getting away here. Going to be tracking, though, onto Shuttle on that low health, try and finish him off if they can, but he doesn't know there's someone right on the side of that wall.
And it's going to be the pulse. It's Eclipse inside of the hallway. He's trying to find him on the cardiac sensor. Nitro Cell going to go immediately on the wall, but it's not going to find much. We'll make another line of sight, but Thomas will soon falter after a quick peek from Eclipse. Still trying to lock down Metal Hallway here, as he's actually currently facing the back door of Customs, which Hyena is currently residing inside of. Rexon still having pressure upstairs, but doesn't have any breaching charges in order to change much. But Factor, with the AUG of all weapons on IQ, finds 2, going for 3. A frag, though, from Shuttle downtown is able to equalize things. Rexon has a diffuser. Hyena rotates in through Customs. Will he get caught out, though? They'll more than likely hear that beeper. It's a pre-fire, but doesn't match much. He'll knock down Shuttle. That's a huge pick. It's all left up to Slash, and he gets ran through it as well, as Luminosity finally finds her footing off of the back of Hyena's efforts.
Unfortunately, a little late to be finding your footing on attack, but 2, still better than 0, that's for sure. I mean, the first one was a little bit of a fluke win, but they managed to show that they were playing a little bit more confident that round. Definitely paid off for them, and I think it was just much more confident play from LG, finally finding that groove to an extent. Rogue seeming to have lost a little bit of their edge, but now they switch sides. So this is the real test for Rogue. Can they attack as well as they defended, or do LG going to be able to do the same thing back to Rogue and play flexible? They're going to play a little bit different lineup. A Kaed, a Doc, like they're just changing things up a bit, although they are going to have Rexen on his favorite Jaeger. And we used to see Rexen similar to what we used to see with Joystick, where if you banned his Jaeger, he really seemed to struggle, but then he seemed to kind of adapt a little bit after that. This is where he's going to have to try and prove he's still got it, because they're down so many points at this point. Eclipse looking up there with 8. Eclipse just definitely showing up with a lot of massive plays, but everyone else really also pulling their weight here on Rogue, and it's impressive to see Doodle, the only one scribbling in a 0 there, not looking so great for him.
Doodle's Donuts. There you go. That's how it goes. Doodle, I mean, he is playing the supportive role, which, again, that leans a little bit of leniency, but 0-0 and 6, not the best look.
No, definitely not. And of course, you know, the match is not over. Definitely time for him to pick that back up. I'm just saying, in terms of the way he's playing so far, it's not impactful enough, and they've only won 2 rounds. So, not great. We'll see what he can do on defense. He's going to be on that smoke, an important role as well, a support role to an extent. Depending on how you play it, you can play it a little more aggressive, but we'll see. Is Rexen going to be the roam god here that's going to help shut this down, or is it just going to be tracking him down by Vertical, who plays a very good Jackal?
Well, Rogue already know what it is. They're playing against Luminosity. They're more than likely going to be outside more than they're inside, and they're taking their time on these outside doors. Rest of Luminosity, though, coming from Valley, from south to north, prioritizing the monitors area as well as break room, so CCTV going to be the priority, as Slashug has already got a drone inside, recognizes out that someone is in behind monitors. That shield isn't there that you guys saw Luminosity playing, or excuse me, Rogue playing on their defensive half either, so Slashug could actually find a few frags from this window. It's Rexen and Hyena inside right now as well. Doesn't seem like they could possibly have any support from Armory Locker's wall either.
Well, at least if they do get naded, there is the heal there, but Shuttle, the first to fall here on the attack. That's the Zofia down. That's some soft breach, but they've still got the shotgun ITA on Jackal as well as Buck.
Did she die?
Yeah, where? Oh, there's the body.
Oh, okay, so she was on rappel. She was on upside down rappel more than likely, trying to hold the door, and Hyena just clicked her head. Eclipse Zoe will finally find a trade, and it's going to be Rexen to falter off, which is a big pick. That's going to be the man that usually does a lot of work for this squad, and the Jaeger in particular. Fantastic weapon, but seems like the rest of the squad has already left from CCTV. They've already done what they wanted to do, and now they'll give it up.
Well, that's the important thing here, is that they have that control with still a minute and a half left. And that's not terrible as long as they can execute from here. They did lose Shuttle, which was not great, and Slash also being a bit weak, but Vertical holding this hallway now to try and keep control of this area, but he's holding it. He's not really putting a lot of continued pressure. They need to start to kind of formulate a plan on how they want to attack this. Might still have some grenades in Slash's pocket to help with that as well, but they are not set up to do a hard breach on the normal wall. They're going to go for Office on the one wall that hasn't been set up by Cade, because it's only going to get 2 walls at a time, and looks like he tricked it with the other Electric Claw, so unfortunate, that is their hard breach basically down. Now they're going to have to push the dirty way.
Nothing like being utility starved by just under a minute. This is all of a sudden getting very difficult for Rogue, as they don't have any more X-Kairos. They do have 2 EMPs. Vertical's going to make it a little bit easier as Doodle continues his streak of no kills, now 0-7, but Factor's going to fall to the same fate. Hyena finally with the trade here as easily will falter off, making this 3v2, but a lot of damage done to the last 2 offenders. Hyena still in sight behind metal half wall, and the other one behind the regular half wall. Thomas holding a very long angle with that Alda. And as we know, anything is capable when the ult is still up. Vertical to falter off. That's a triple kill for Hyena on the round. He's trying to go for the quad. He knows where the last one is inside of Archives. Still has to worry about one outside in the hall. It's going to be Slashug outside. Eclipse currently inside of Archives as he dances back and forth. Thomas with the slash kill. Can this possibly be a quad? He knows where his head is, but he can't possibly find it. Has the pistol as he's trying to get challenged. He finds one. Can he possibly find the second? And what in God's name is that, Eclipse? Don't peek, LG. What are you doing?
You didn't have to do anything.
Why did you stand up?
Even Eclipse is telling him, stop peeking.
Stop peeking! What are you doing?
He's telling you. He showed you with his pistol why you no peek. John Wick in this site. Tap, tap. I love how Eclipse tricked him, too, because you saw Hyena was watching the one corner, and Eclipse
I am lost for words,
watching
man.
it. I feel for LG right now. It's not going so great. That's going to be a tilter right there. He did not need to do that. They did not need to lose that round.
This is not a ranked game, folks. You don't peek him.
Eclipse is just like, thanks for the free gift.
Thanks for the round.
Yeah, we'll take it.
What?
2 away from winning now.
Oh my goodness gracious, guys! You're setting your playoff chances on fire.
Well, you know what? They're helping.
It's not even like, oh, it was a hard-fought match.
Look,
you're throwing it out a window.
It's fine.
Man.
They're not in a position to get relegated. They're going to keep Rogue in the game this way. They're doing Rogue a solid.
But playoffs, Emzo.
No playoffs for LG. They're too new.
It's not seeming that way.
They don't get it. They're too new. You got to let the older teams, Dark Zero and EG and SSG, have a run at it, okay?
This young whippersnappers.
They haven't done their time yet.
What are you doing?
This is NA.
Still.
It's all old guard here.
10 seconds to go.
It's simple math, SpongeBob. All right, come on.
5 seconds left before
Doc.
Study of
Hyena.
biology.
Well, hopefully they won't make the same mistake again, because that was actually not too bad of a round for them. That was winnable.
What is that proper quote? I'm trying to think. It's a study of wombology, and he says it's first grade SpongeBob. That's what he says.
I do not know any SpongeBob.
Well, you need to get better.
So
there you go.
You got me beat there.
It might just be an age thing, you know.
It's a 100% an age thing. I'm like 20 years old.
I'm sure there's like
I think.
15-year-olds' heads that was like,
yeah.
No idea what that meant, but it's fine. Hyena now trying to bring them back something. Honestly, after that round, you have to be a husk of a team. You really can't bring that back on nerves. There's
after the other 4 losses as well.
Yeah, there's no, just let that round roll off your back.
No, he's going to need to heal a lot more than his body at this point.
Hyena might go fishing here as he
All
pops
right,
himself
he's like,
up.
let's do this.
Uh-oh. Prone angle.
Tap, tap, tap on the lean.
Easily he's not even paying attention. It'd actually be a free kill. He's not even looking the proper way.
Oh, that's going to give it away.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely going to play a lot safer this time around. They're still able to hold down CCTV.
I feel like the face of the Doc right there pretty much sums up him after that last round.
Yeah. The mustache especially.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, slow goings here for Rogue still, but again, I like how much Rogue is respecting the playstyle of Luminosity. A lot of droning, a lot of info work. Gonna get a mark. Is Slash going to go aggressive here? No, he's not. Somebody's actually gonna run out. It's gonna be Thomas, actually. Do they have that breach? They do. What are you guys not paying attention to that for? But it's gonna be a slew of kills as Hyena comes out on top, finding 2. They're trying to bring things back. It seems like once things get hot, they get really, really hot for Luminosity.
CCTV, now a graveyard.
Yes, absolutely.
It gave it away too, but...
Yeah, Eclipse and Vertical, the last 2 remaining, as Eclipse has to try and walk his way up metal stairs. Vertical on radio window. He's going to catch a couple of bullets, but nothing to be fatal. Only half of his health removed from his body. Eclipse doesn't seem to have been discovered just yet. Just waiting for the rotate inside of Fountain, trying to get his freebies where he can. And that's exactly what he needs to do. They need somebody to make a misstep, just like they did the last round.
Yeah, definitely Eclipse was the benefactor of that last time. Vertical can at least start to track down some footprints that might force some moves that Eclipse can capitalize on. But this is looking like it might be an LG round if they don't throw like they did the last round. Although Eclipse is still trying to get it, see if he can get it. He's going to get almost 2.
Okay.
Vertical could have done that, but you know what? Just wasn't in the cards. The runouts and the plays from both Hyena and who is it? Thomas that was on the Maestro just... That was it. It wasn't
even a run out. They didn't reinforce armored wall. So they play that a little bit differently. They play it where you can get aggressive onto the balcony from that wall instead of reinforcing it.
Yeah, without going outside.
Yeah. So I really like that setup because Rogue just completely ignored it. They were so focused on trying to get control of security or CCTV, whatever you call it. They didn't even pay attention to Thomas rotating up to the punch hole that they had made.
Hello.
So, yep. How's it going? I have an Alda and you don't.
Yep. Well, Vince, we'll see how this goes. We've seen just Locker twice so far for defense for LG.
I like the 6-pick here.
Yep. Sneak in that pulse. Don't let him know.
Still need Doodle to wake up, though.
Yeah, he's napping.
I don't even know if Doodle knows the game started yet.
Yeah. Someone shake him.
Can we see the stats?
Go on, team.
Yeah, Doodle's not aware that the game has started.
No, he is 007 right now, so... Yeah, maybe he should play like Warden or something. Go with that 007 look.
He really just needs to become James Bond. That's what he needs to. He just needs a 1v5 clutch right here to bring.
Oh, there goes Mo Digga. He's not playing anymore. We had a good game last game.
Oh no, not Mo Digga -DG getting banned by BattleEye. Oh no.
His old self gone forever.
That's what you get for taking up people's names and then hacking on them.
Yup.
Have fun losing all your ELO, forehead. I love that people literally buy accounts just to lose them. That's so funny.
Yeah, just
You're
to
so
throw them
dumb
away
it
on Pro
hurts.
League.
Yeah, dude, it's the stupidity of hackers in this game when it literally means nothing. It's actually insane.
Donations, stupid.
Yeah, it's like thanks for the money.
Thanks
man.
for sponsoring Pro League. You guys are helping paying for this. Thank you.
Thanks for paying for the 6 invitation. We appreciate you guys.
It's the new pro skin.
Bunch of morons, man.
It's the meme bands.
Yep. Yep.
There used to be a lot more of those during these matches. They've dwindled down a bit.
Again, I want to give the praise to Rogue for just how well they're respecting the style of Luminosity, because that's really what you need to be aware of when you go up against Rec or Luminosity, is that they will be outside.
Yeah.
You do not scare them. They will be outside.
And now they know we got to watch out for inside as well in terms of angles.
Yeah, I guess so.
So lesson learned. You can come off of that.
All right, well, drone work already going down upstairs. Again, this is border, everyone. It's pretty rudimentary on what's happening. They've reinforced the panels looking towards beepers or the top of metal staircase. As to make it to where they can rotate across from armory lockers into archives, because if you leave those soft, then there's a very nice angle you can make through beepers or metal detector, depending on what you call it. Again, there's a bunch of areas that get called like 40 different things.
Absolutely.
And then I get messages on Twitter like, why are you calling it this?
Right.
Well, that's what it's always been known as to me. I apologize. We're going to use some X-Kairos, though, on the armory lockers wall, as well as the hatch inside. And actually, C4 will down one. Vertical's been down on top of the table. That's a huge pick, but Tom is immediately going to vacate the area, assuming that he didn't get the kill. But that might be very impactful, as Vertical is going to have to play a whole hell of a lot safer. And just click heads as Hyena easily dies. And that's going to be the X-Kairos user herself, Habana, off the board.
Hyena definitely does a lot better when he has an ACOG. He's been a beast on Maestro, and he was on Doc last round as well. So definitely something that's benefiting him. Vertical on very low health now.
Rexon's all the way over at radio window as well, so this might come up huge later on as he has not been droned out.
No, they're not even focusing on it. I mean, Vertical might be one to catch him depending on where he goes, but Slash is going to finish off Hyena, so that's going to help a little bit. But, as you said, with Rex in there, he's going to go for a play now. Start to pressure on the... Oh, no, he's going to rotate around here. He's going to make a little bit of sound, but you know what? He's got coverage. They're not going to do anything. But the plant going down, Doodle gets one, Factory gets another, but the plant's still going down. Regardless, all down to Eclipse.
He abandoned ship, did not stick it, and he really, really needed to because he could have had the diffuser down by now. He'll claim one, Doodle, but they know he's on rotate now, so it's more or less going to be a peek out. He runs right into the Nitro Cell. What are you doing, friend? Luminosity inching closer and closer to getting back into this game.
Oh, that tie. That tie could be coming.
That poor guy. Yeah. Eclipse. He tries to sprint away from it.
He was hoping that he could catch the C4 thrower before he could detonate it and just kill him, and that would have worked.
I don't even think, even with a 3-speed, there's no way you make it to
I'm not saying he was going to. Yeah. That's definitely what he was trying.
Well, obviously, the roam game here also fleeting away from Rogue. They're not really able to find what's going on inside of the map, and it seems to be a massive detriment to them, man. They really haven't been able to find an answer to it just yet. They're going to 6-pick off of the Habana, move it over to the Thermite, which we haven't seen very much of today, especially.
And he's good on all the bomb sites.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're still planning their after party for this.
Yeah, they're going to Lavo, which actually I just learned what Lavo is. I had to ask Blue because Blue also lives in Vegas, as you know. Lavo's a restaurant inside of one of the casinos out there. It's a very ritzy restaurant.
They're going out for steaks after this.
Hey guys, thanks for the points. I'll buy you a steak.
We got enough mistakes to eat some steaks.
Ooh, I like that. That was good.
Ooh, Clips up there at 13 too. Looking pretty good on that.
So when's the mixtape dropping?
The mixtape, yeah. 2020, bro.
Oh, okay. All right, you heard it here first, chat.
Got to do it when it feels like the future.
Is the album going to be called 2020?
Yeah, of course. Hindsight.
There you go. I like it. I like the thought process behind the the words and everything you're using for.
Always looking back.
Yeah, always looking back, man. Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
And hindsight's probably going to be 2020 for LG.
With guest emceeing by optometrist Milos.
Oh God. He's just going to reference eyes the entire time.
Yeah.
Great. I would honestly pay my hard-earned caster money. Yeah. Just to listen to that, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But getting into round 10 now, though, as Luminosity is trying to pull things back on the defensive side. Rogue trying to pull the veil off of that, but haven't been able to find anywhere near anything to get them close to it.
I feel like Rogue's problem on the attack isn't the same as LG's. LG seemed really kind of lost in where to attack and things like that, whereas Rogue seemed one-track minded. They seemed very focused on one particular approach, and then LG just kind of adjust over time to it.
Have you really thought about this as well, though? It might be that Rogue is respecting LG just a little bit too much.
A little too much. They're not taking.
They're not getting very aggressive, and they're not trying to force the opposition.
And they have drones plus Jackal. They have the ability to push in and take more of the map. They're just playing a little more cautious, and it's not really time management that's hurting Rogue too much. It's just getting picked on their inability to control a lot of these flanks because they're not taking enough map control and holding it. They don't need the Nomad to do that. They could do that. Just they are so focused on getting their plants down.
Yeah, and LG is a team that even if you're stagnant, they're definitely not going to be. As we see Slasha get downed outside, Rexon looking to bail outside and possibly get a kill. Slash is literally crawling for his life right now as Vertical's running to his aid to try and possibly pick him up. He will be safe as of right now, but continues to bleed out on the floor of the balcony outside.
Yeah, easily at low health, about the same as well. So both of them just inching through life at this point. And that's the hard breach of Easily, too. It needs to stay alive.
Hard breaches have just not had the easiest job, have they? Rexon default or Eclipse all of a sudden has map pressure. Hyena's going to get caught by the fan as he falls, but doesn't deal any damage, obviously. Hyena's still safe in the comfort of his own home downstairs inside of Customs, but they do have all of the vertical pressure that they now need, but they still do have to worry about a little verticality from underneath. That might get them into some trouble. They do still have Slash alive, though, which is massive. Having that skeleton key, especially when you're trying to work those vertical angles, a huge deal.
Well, it's also man advantage, too. That's the thing, is like, where you're on low health, man advantage still means additional pressure.
Oh, quick drone getting dispatched as Eclipse is going to pre-fire through, with smoke going off as well in the hands of Doodle. Doodle's finally found his first kill as well. So no longer 007, just working at Olive Garden with that breadstick.
It's not unlimited anymore, I don't think. They kind of are starting to try and curb
just
it a little
limited
bit.
soups and salads, you know?
Yeah, unfortunate, but he's going to try and get as much as he can out of it. They're at least droning Customs, getting prepared for it. They have the top-down control to do what they need to do. They could even do the secondary bucking with Vertical if they want to, if they need to. But this is all about now looking for free picks, but 20 seconds left. They need to do more than find freebies.
Well, only 17 seconds left. Two sitting in behind monitors are more than likely going to have to drop the hatch. Easily not very much health. They really don't have anybody that could possibly kill him. Easily actually hopped off the desk and immediately gets downed. I don't know exactly how that happened, but doesn't matter. Shuttle showing up with 3 kills. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a triple for him on the round. Trying to shut down the entire team. He peeks in yet again. Everyone on low HP. Hyena has to try and win this out, and he can absolutely do it. He's going to get full whited though, deep inside of metal hallway. Peeks back in, works his way into workshop, but he has so much pressure to worry about now, especially with the verticality. He finds his first kill to start him off, but the timer is almost at halfway already. Emzo's shuttle working the top of the metal stairs as well. Hyena with a quick peek, but he chooses to go inside of Customs instead, right into small office, but he doesn't have very much time, and he's gonna get caught on the hop out. Rogue finally finding their footing on the offense and win their first round.
I love that, I think it was Eclipse just jumps in with the diffuser, but you know, it got the diffuser in the room. That was honestly this next step for them, regardless of whether that cost them the body, and I think they even got it back up anyways. Just shuttles, what was it, a 3K in there, just laying down there. It was either 2 or 3, but that was enough to clean the room up and get the diffuse set up. They were desperate on time, just LG not with enough coverage or good enough coverage with the top floor control. As you're talking about, the power of that buck, that pressured them all out of position, so they were poorly defending the site at that point.
All right, guys. So if you're a Luminosity fan, I hate to tell you guys this. Since EG won their game earlier, they're out of the running because all they can get is a tie. So LG, in order to get in with a tie, they had to tie one and win one. EG had to lose both games, and Rec had to lose one and tie one.
Well, it's not a Rogue match if they don't bring it back for this tie.
Yeah, I mean, well, we're going to have Slash on Nook.
Hey, you know,
I guess he's starting to get known for this now, huh?
Well, because he was the first to really show something interesting with it. That flank potential that we always assumed was there.
I mean,
didn't really get to see action.
She can't get spotted by cameras and she has no sound.
But the thing is, it was picking and choosing your battles. So in the case of the bank one, he knows that they're mostly going to be watching it with a camera.
Yeah.
So it depends. Like in a situation where you know they're not really flank watching it the same way, they're not watching at angles, they're watching with cams. Those are the situations you choose to use. But also he did it smart, and he had his own drone for himself to know where he was playing and know when the timing was right. So
exactly.
It's those small details that I think make it work or not work.
She's a flex pick. That's exactly what she is. There's a lot of operators in this game where you're like, oh, they're niche. They only do this one thing. That's perfectly fine. That's what your flex is, yeah. If they're running a lot of info ops, then run Nook. You know what I mean? But she's not something where you go, she's the end-all, be-all. She will be in our lineup every round. That's not going to happen. Same with Warden.
I mean, maybe if Nook had better guns.
I mean, if she had an actual rifle, if she had the 416C. Ooh. Oh my God.
That wouldn't be fun.
Ubisoft, please. Ubi, please.
No, let's keep it a niche.
Make her broken so I can play her all the time. Please.
Let's keep it niche. Let's give Slash some notoriety here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's already got plenty of notoriety as of late on Rogue. He's been doing such a good job at trying to bring them back into things, and especially with Easily now coming to light, it really feels like Rogue has been having some positives. I think with the addition of Redeemer, it's going to help them out quite a bit.
I think it's definitely going to be a big deal. I mean, if they win this, we'll get a chance to ask them hopefully as well, just to find out what impact that's had on the team. But at least, they can all have a good time in Vegas after this, so no hard feelings. But
oh my God, Slash!
There it is.
No cams, and he gets 2. He walks into CCTV. Respect the Nook play,
the irony
folks.
of CCTV being where he enters.
Yeah, all of the cameras.
Who watches the watchers? Slash does.
Yep, the watchers on the wall are now dead.
Yeah.
And Slash is the man with the sword. Doodle's still inside of sight, though, with the last 2 remaining members by his side, Thomas and Factor, so that makes up 3, obviously, if you can do simple math there. But Eclipse the only one with damage on the offense, and it's a very, very small margin. Office now going to get opened up, so more than likely going to be an Archives plant here, as easily is poised on the east side of the building as well. Slash still holding down CCTV, as someone's going to get marked out on middle stairs. Slash could possibly rotate here as well, as again, Nook, more of a lone soldier type of operator. He actually might end up rotating in right now. He can rotate through that hole. I believe he can actually hop over this.
All right, in front of the camera.
Oh, can he hop over
Please hop through it.
Oh, he can't.
No.
He can't hop over.
Still just hold it. Just hold it. He's waiting for his recharge.
He's just waiting.
He's waiting for that
recharge. He can't get marked out by a camera. Does Thomas even know that he's here?
He's going to press his face on the camera.
Taking point.
Oh, this could be so random. He's ready for it now. He's waiting for the pre-fire, seeing where he's going to shoot from. Easley's going to get a kill on the other side of the map. He can't find it, but oh no, Vert and Easley find his 2 compadres. It's all left up to Thomas to try and find 4 to bring this back. Can he possibly do it? It's an Alda to try and win this out. I don't think he has it in the tank. Still, all of these angles being held by the offense. Thomas just going to reload that Alda. 81 bullets in the mag. Let's see if we can do some damage. He's waiting on rotation, sees one on the bus, but it's going to be all for naught. Nook going to be the highlight player for that round, and Rogue wins. They do not tie. Luminosity.
Breaking the curse.
Breaking the curse.
Maybe a little bit late to be breaking it, but you know what?
Hey,
nonetheless,
better late than never.
The important thing is to stay out of that relegation spot, to give yourself some time to adjust, figure things out. You miss out on Japan, but you stay in Pro League and never exit it.
Well, as for Luminosity, their playoff hopes and dreams have been whisked away from them. But if you are Luminosity, you have to be extremely proud of what you've done for your first season inside of Pro League. These are all extremely young players, everyone. So the fact that they were able to even accomplish their current placement is something to behold.
Absolutely, and I think they still played pretty well, especially in the second half, but they definitely have some things to work on for that first half. At least they're keeping themselves still relatively safe enough that they will get that opportunity in future Pro League seasons here to try and do that. And that's the important thing, just to continue to grow. Like you said, a younger team. They also get to sit in the same city as 2 other teams, and they can all kind of work together. If they want to do some scrims with their opponents. Absolutely. That's where this kind of thing grows out of. That's where esports grows out of is LAN parties, man. And let's keep it there. And honestly, they're just going to continue to grow the scene out there as well, I imagine.
Funny enough, I honestly do think that they could just go to a third-party location and LAN party because the esports arena's there. So they could definitely go there and just jump on those PZs.
Absolutely.
That's actually a really good idea. If you guys aren't doing that already, I would absolutely do that.
Well, either way, I hope they get those fried Oreos.
Yeah. Fried Oreos are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
It's definitely interesting fair food.
Yeah, it's impressive that I'm not overweight with how much food I actually
You're still
eat.
young.
Yeah. I'm 22.
I know.
I'm not like 18.
No, give it time, dude. You haven't hit it yet.
I'll hit the wall eventually.
You'll just be like.
Eventually, I'll be sitting here. I'll be like, "Welcome to Pro League."
Yeah. It'll be bad. They won't put a camera on you anymore.
They'll have Parker with a cane.
Yeah, you'll be doing audio only.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Easy.
But we do still have one more match coming up, guys. It's going to be TSM versus the Susquehanna Sonics. We just witnessed Luminosity versus Rogue. Rogue ended up winning that 7-4. I do believe I remember the scoreline correctly. So overall, I'd say Rogue, a fantastic showing. Obviously, Redeemer, we don't know how long he's been working with the squad, but he could have possibly had an effect. It seemed like Rogue really woke up, and obviously we saw easily on the defensive side, off of that support position, he was playing a lot more of a fragging role with the Mozzie, which seemed to work out for them a lot.
Absolutely. Well, it definitely worked out. And at least in this instance, it was a changeup that seemed to really benefit them as a team. And I think overall, a much better second half for him has definitely benefited things. I mean, hopefully we'll get an interview here so we get to ask a bit more about that because we're still waiting to hear back whether or not we got an interview. I guess we just didn't have one earlier, but we should soon. However, yeah, changes starting to work out here. Hopefully Redeemer was helping with that as well. But overall the team looking a little bit better this time. LG looking a little bit wobbly there.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Especially with that Nook pick. They had no idea what was coming.
Well, that's the idea.
No idea what hit them.
That's how you'd run it. I do like the way it was used, though. It was, again, Slash.
He just literally walks up balcony. I love it. It was great.
I still like that Slash will play anything. He was playing the Frost, getting kills with it. He'll play the Nook, get kills with it. He'll do whatever. And I just love the flexibility that he shows as a player to just do whatever he feels like might help the team.
You have to take the route of if I play it and I get kills with it, it's viable.
Yeah.
You know,
if I don't,
every single operator except Tachanka is viable in this game. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love the Chonk God just like you guys do. I do. I love
remember
him.
when Kaver wouldn't get played?
Yeah.
And then it was
you know?
all of a sudden
Yeah.
something that can get played occasionally.
Yeah. Tachanka's just inherently broken. Like you can't fix that operator unless you put the turret on wheels.
It's got to be, It's got to be the Segway turret. That's
or the only thing I could possibly think, I was thinking about this yesterday, what if you could remote control the turret?
Could happen.
Make it like a sentry from other games?
Possible. Let's talk to Slash, though, and ask him what he thinks. Slash, it's
Not
been...
Slash. Close enough.
Oh, it's the Redeem. How you doing? How long you been there? First off.
I've been here for about 2 days.
2 days? That's it? Like, how long you been working with the team?
I started kind of like getting in the system right before like the half split started. I didn't have really a lot of time with the team, and then we got the Super Week, so kind of getting acclimated to not only just being a new member, but learning the strats and kind of figuring out their system and kind of incorporating myself and kind of their technique. And so that was a little bit. It's kind of been a slow start for me, just because you don't want to come in and just change everything, right?
No.
Joining the team, but so just learning their strats and kind of getting acclimated with the players and figuring out how each and one of each individual player plays, and just learning from that has been a learning experience for me. So it's been really cool so far.
We'll definitely make sure you don't get to too many lands as a team, so we could get a chance to cast with you hopefully in the future as well, because that was a good debut from you there, and then now your coaching debut, definitely making an interesting career of things so far in Pro League. How are you liking the role change?
For me, casting, it was a wonderful experience. I wasn't expecting to be kind of accepted by the community and thrown just such positive vibes. So when I got offered to coach Rogue, it was kind of bittersweet, because casting was enjoyable, and I definitely would consider it again. But for right now, my heart is competing, and I think I made the right choice right now.
Well, definitely. It seemed like in the performance today was definitely showing up there. I'm kind of curious about that, too, in the sense of, so for example, Easily seems to have found a much better role, or at least better performance the second half of the season. Is it due to the toggle aim, or just some of the role changes, possibly?
He was just kind of talking about the toggle aim right there and kind of how it threw him off. But, I think everyone for the most part is pretty good. It's just it's finding that consistency and making it work. I think is really, really key. So, I'm excited. I really am.
Are you guys feeling a bit better about being more out of that relegation spot now? Because I know that was something that probably weighed pretty heavily on you, that you might have to be coaching a Challenger League team if things went a bit south. It's got to feel a little bit safer now in your time investment.
Yeah, I don't know if we're officially 100% out yet. I know it depends on the TSM matchup, and then we also play TSM for our last play day. So it really is kind of going to boil down to that. But really our fate is in our own hands, and getting this win was huge for us.
When we were talking a bit earlier, and you guys were joking in the chat about all being in Vegas, getting your fried Oreos and going to lava and things like that. How is it in terms of camaraderie between having 3 whole teams in there? Of course, we got Ella as well, not just human team members, but animal team members as well. Are you guys actually spending time together outside, like inner team, having a good time, or is it just you guys just kind of joke with each other online?
Yeah, that's the great thing about Vegas. There's a lot of teams here. There's a lot of players here. Everyone's really, really close. So I've only been here for 2 days, and it just seems like that's just kind of how it is around here. Everyone's just hanging out. The vibes are great, and if you want to build that chemistry, you want to build kind of that next step that to grow off of. This is it. So it's really, really cool, the environment down here, and not just our team, but all the other teams that play here.
Well, congratulations on your win there as a coach now, announced today. You've moved in. Things looking up for you, of course. I got to imagine you're pretty excited about the future, and hopefully your contributions to the team continue to show up there. Of course, you're not 100% out of relegations yet, but you're looking okay. You've also, I imagine, got USN coming up, at least for one land there, maybe OGA Pit. So some stuff you guys could be doing for sure. But anything you want to say to your fans, your growing fan base, I imagine, after this performance?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say thank you to everybody, not just, you know, the new fans, but the old fans as well that have followed me since day one to where I'm at now. You know, just want to shout out to you guys. You guys are amazing, and I wouldn't really be here without you guys. You guys have thrown me so much support and love, and just kind of building off of that and growing as a player and growing as a caster and a coach, and you guys just showing me love wherever I go. That's really, you know, what matters to me. So shout out to all my old fans, all the new fans that are welcoming me on Rogue. I'm really happy to be here, and I can't wait to stay.
Well, awesome. Well, we're happy to have you, and great to get an interview with you right away, too. So thanks for being here. Have a great rest of the night. Enjoy those fried Oreos. We look forward to the tweets later.
Thank you so much. I'll see you later, Enzo. Take care.
You too.